Hello everybody, welcome back to another video from maths problem solving. Today we're going to be doing another simultaneous equations, and yeah, it's from an Olympiad and I hope you enjoy it. So the question is just asking us for the solutions of these simultaneous equations. So I hope you remember from last episode that every time we have two simultaneous equations, we should always write them in terms of each other. Okay, so now let's just try and write these more simply and try and factorize them if they can factorize. So let's just start by this one. It's a bit more simple. So x squared plus 2xy plus y squared. So that just factorizes to x plus y times x plus y. So x plus y squared equals 1. So x plus y equals 1 plus minus 1 we should add over here. So yeah, and that's the bottom equation which has been factorized, and now let's try and factorize the top one. So 3x squared plus xy minus 2y squared equals 5 minus 5. Okay, so and immediately factorization methods which we could use. We could use completing the square, but that's just a real struggle. And yeah, so we need to try and factorize this term. So just looking at it, obviously there aren't any clear factors, but we can try and think about this logically. So the 3x squared term, that must have arisen from multiplying an x term by a 3x term. So then if we just write our brackets like this, there's a 3x term here and there has to be an x term here because both of them have multiplied to give us 3x squared. And now similarly, if we look at this minus 2y squared term, that must have also been multiplied by minus y times 2y or minus 2y times y. So we can just use these methods just to try and factorize this a bit more simply. So in this case, it will be minus 2y minus y. And the reason for this is because of this middle term, the plus xy. So I'm not quite sure it's going to be this, but we can just verify this quickly by expanding this out. So if we just expand this out, we get 3x squared minus 2yx minus 3xy. Sorry, this should be a plus. So this is going to be plus 3xy minus 2y squared. So yes, we can confirm that this does indeed equal to plus xy. Therefore, this is the correct factorization technique. There is a proper way of factorizing this, but for now, I think factorizing using this method, it's quite simple and it's quite clear and handy, especially since it will save you lots and lots of time, which is quite valuable in these Olympiad papers. Okay, so now we have factorized both terms effectively. So 3x minus 2y times x plus y equals minus 5. So x plus y from this term equals plus or minus 1. So let's start by working out the plus term, and then we'll come to the minus term a bit later. So 3x minus 2y times, let me just write brackets, times 1 equals minus 5. So therefore 3x minus 2y equals minus 5. And now we can write this like this. 3x minus 2y equals, if we go back to our initial equation, so x plus y equals plus 1. That's the case which we're looking at right now. So minus 5 can be written as minus 5 times plus 1, which is x plus y. So now let's just simplify this a bit. So 3x minus 2y equals minus 5x minus 5y. Now let's add both sides to plus 5x. So we get 8x and plus 3y equals 0. So now through this we'll get x in terms of y. So let's just write it like this. 8x equals minus 3y. Therefore x equals minus 3/8 y. And now we have an equation for x in terms of y, which is what our goal was. So now we know that we're taking the value of x plus y to equal plus 1. Therefore, we've written x in terms of y, so let's write minus 3/8 of y plus y equals 1. So this minus 3/8 y effectively plus 8/8 of y equals 1. So we can rewrite this as 5/8 y equals 1. Therefore 1 equals, if we multiply both sides by 8 divided by 5, it equals y equals 8 divided by 5. And now we have an equation for y, we can shortly get one for x as well. So x equals minus 3/8 times 8 divided by 5, which equals minus 3 divided by 5. So now we have one for x as well. So y equals 8 divided by 5, and 8, and x equals minus 3 divided by 5. Okay, so now this was when we assumed x plus y to equal plus 1, but if x plus y equals minus 1, everything is just going to be the negative. We could rewrite this whole steps of working. It's going to take us like another 6 minutes, but yeah, that's just a bit of a shortcut. So if you ever have solutions of plus minus 1, you know that everything is just going to be the negative of that. Therefore, if we go back to our initial question, the solutions are y equals plus minus 8 divided by 5 plus minus 8 divided by 5, and x equals plus minus 3 divided by 5. Now, this isn't the proper way to write this, because it's not quite clear which terms link which with. For example, it's not clear if when y equals positive 8 divided by 5, is x negative 3/5 or positive. So let's just write these as pairs. So y equals 8 divided by 5, x equals minus 3 divided by 5. That's one solution. And the other one is when y equals minus 8 divided by 5, x equals positive 3/5. So we can just rub this out here, and these are our two solutions. Okay, so that was another simultaneous equations question. So the key learnings to take away from this are similar to what we had last time, which is writing both equations in terms of each other. That's really going to help you with these more complicated simultaneous equations, which aren't just simple without like x squared terms. These are like quadratic simultaneous equations. And if you just slowly work your way through, you'll find that you'll have great success. So yeah, if you found this video helpful, a like and subscribe would be greatly appreciated. And if you would like to see another video, then you can do so. And I hope to see you in another video. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you next time. Bye.